Hi, how's it going? And today we got why it sucked to be a shogun. If this is what I think it is, a shogun was like the president back in the olden day China or Asia, whatever. And I don't think it would have sucked to be a shogun. I think being a person in power, and especially back in those days, where if whatever I say went, whatever I say goes, oh yeah, we're getting people are getting, what I'm saying, their heads dismantled from their body. If I'm the strongest shogun or have the strongest army, we're definitely waging war on everybody. Yeah, I, personally, I think being a shogun would be great.
It's 1549 Japan, and you're born a daimyo's son in a castle crumbling under war's fist. War drums pound your skull, but your mother's whisper,
Damn.
keep your heart soft, my son, lights a spark of...
Great. I'm in a sucky place. How come I can't be born to a stronger family?
Maybe you'll be a hero, not a butcher. Wrong. Power's a meat grinder, and you're the meat. One misstep, your clan's ash. Your head skewered on a pike. Your name spit on. Shogun?
Ew.
Sure, if you claw through blood, betrayal, and madness. Spoiler, victory's just a prettier grave. Every choice carves your soul into ribbons, and glory is a lie that rots with you. You're 6, torn from your mother's arms. Her voice, don't let them harden you. Drowned by cartwheels crunching gravel. The fortress you're dumped in reeks of mold and piss. Stone walls oozing slime that chills your bones. Your bed's a straw pile, sharp as thorns, shredding your skin bloody. Food's...
You know what? I don't think it's never that deep. I'm not going to lie to you. What do you mean I'm sleeping on needles? Even, bro, if cavemen were able to sleep on rocks and apparently having a flat surface helps you back, why a million years after cavemen can we not have a comfortable straw bed?
rice crawling with weevils, sour as vomit. Choke it down or starve. You're a hostage, a pawn in your father's war. One rebellion and your throat's slit. Head boxed for his doorstep. Guards sneer.
You don't got an army who can do this, bro?
Their breath rancid as corpse flesh, promising pain. At night, shadows
Jesus.
slither, footsteps thumping. Rat or blade. You clutch a wooden horse, your mother's gift, whispering her words to keep fear at bay. At 8, they forge you into a weapon. Dawn hauls you to a courtyard, feet numb on frozen mud. You swing a wooden sword till blisters burst, blood oozing sticky. Miss a step and a...
Alright. Locked in.
bamboo rod smashes your spine. Crack! Agony choking your screams. Weaklings rot, your master snarls. Spit flecking your face. Dust...
Do they have like a spit fetish? Because first they're spitting on heads on a spike, which is kind of weird. Now my teacher's spitting on me. Like if I don't pass, I can't have him just butchered in front of his family.
Stings your eyes, air thick with sweat and dread. A rival kid smashes your wooden horse at 12, splinter stabbing your heart. Love's for losers, he laughs. You learn, care.
Yeah, bro. When I'm daimyo, shogun, or whatever it's called, yeah, he getting packed up first. After my teacher.
Your mother's voice fades, but it lingers in dreams, pleading for kindness. At 14, you're sent home, but first, a cruel test. Bandits swarm a village, their torches painting the night red, smoke curling like demons. Amid the chaos, a peasant girl, barely 10, frail as a sparrow, huddles in the dirt. Her tattered kimono stained with ash and blood. Her wide eyes, glistening with tears, lock onto yours, pleading for salvation. She clutches a broken doll, its straw guts.
Should I let her live or let her die? I'll let her live. She didn't do anything.
Out and whispers, please, save me. I have no one. Her voice trembles, soft as a dying bird, slicing your heart. You step forward to help her, but your father's voice hacks through your resolve like steel. Clan first, always. His glare burns colder than the night, promising death for defiance. The girl's cries grow frantic as a knife grazes her cheek, blood trickling like tears. She sobs, "Please, I'm scared." Each word a dagger in your chest. But you stand back,
wrap it up.
blade lowering. Her eyes widen, trust shattering like...
I ain't gonna lie, personally, if I'm in this mindset of, you know what, only people I have to worry about are my own, I'm getting up quick. You feel me? All this jibber jabber about please save me. I'm like, stop, can't. Straight to the heart.
glass. "No!" she wails, her voice breaking as bandits drag her into the dark. Her small body thrashing, bare feet screaming.
First floor. I mean, wind breathing. First floor. Cut.
Scraping mud. Her screams, shrill and gut-wrenching, echo through the burning village,
Oh.
heading to the crackle of flames and hyena-like laughs. The last you see is her doll, abandoned in the dirt, soaked in her blood.
Sucks.
Dust is always in the air.
That night sleeps a ghost. You lie on your mat, the girl's sobs ringing in your ears, her bloodied face haunting your lids. Your mother's voice whispers in the dark.
That'd be a thing, bro. I can convince myself of a lot of things. Especially if I think I'm in the right or doing the right thing. I'm going to sleep perfectly fine. I ain't gonna lie.
You could have been kind. It's a knife twisting in your gut, her words heavy with the weight of what you've lost. You clench your fists, nails biting palms.
Never that serious.
Kindness is a blade in your back, a luxury for fools. You're no boy now. You're a katana, sharp and hollow, forged for war's merciless grind. At 14, your clan's castle stinks of sweat and treachery. You learn to read lies and bow, smell betrayal in a smile, turn allies into corpses before breakfast. Your father tests you. Save the village or the gold. You pick gold, watching flames devour homes, screams curling like smoke.
I get it. It's human lives, right? But if we're going to pretend to be a bad person, is it like how much gold? You feel me? Like, yeah, man, like how much gold? How much gold we talking? So there's an amount. If I'm Shogun, which I'm not, and in this hypothetical situation where if it's a lot of gold, we can let some people die. Like it is what it is.
Guilt gnaws, but you choke it down. Your mother's voice is silent, and you're glad. Heroes die. Monsters rule. At 15, you lead a skirmish against a rival clan, rain pounding your armor like fists. You hack your first man, his scream shredding the air, blood spraying your face, hot and coppery. A wounded enemy, a boy your age begs for mercy, tears streaming.
Oh, shut up. Mercy's for the weak.
You freeze, heart hammering. Then you rip his throat open, blood gushing like a river soaking your boots. That night, you vomit. Not from guilt, but because your heart's a stone. You've crossed a line. Your first kill. Your first choice to be cruel. Your mother's voice doesn't come. You're free, and it's terrifying. At 18, you ambush a rebel family in a forest. Their defiance, a threat to your clan. Dawn spills red through twisted trees.
Damn, when do I get to a point where I'm like controlling the ninja and I'm getting the ninja to do this, bro? It sounds like a lot of work. I gotta hunt these people down. Now I gotta end the whole bloodline. It's kind of like, damn, I know it's no TV at this time, but there's nothing else I could be doing.
Air biting with pine and dread. You spot them. Father, mother, boy your age, gaunt and trembling. Eyes like cornered deer. The boy's whimper cuts the silence, clutching his mother.
One source.
Spare them. Let them vanish. For a heartbeat, mercy flickers. Power doesn't mean blood, but weakness.
Man, shut up. One sports style elevation. That's all. I'll be a scary, like, if it's my job and I had to, like, hack people up for a living, yeah, I'd be scary because the quickness at which I would just slice a person, with my extravagantly long sword, pause, would be legendary.
Reads betrayal. You raise your hand, and your men pounce like wolves, katanas slashing, blood spraying hot, bark stained.
Do you think people like had special moves like in anime? Not to be like artist, but if every day like your life is just a whole bunch of blood and crying, you gotta make it interesting by like saying one sword style, Shogun snap, or demon, or you know what I'm saying, one sword style, demon's departure. You feel me? Like not like or what are you doing?
Crimson. The father's throat gurgles, hacked open. The mother's scream dies as steel rips her chest. You cut the boy down. His body crumples,
Backshot.
blood seeping into frost. The forest stills, gore dripping, coppery air stinging your lungs. Nausea chokes you, but you smirk, muttering, "Power's a butcher's game." Your men cheer, eyes probing. Did you waver? At 20, a vassal tries to gut you in your sleep, blade grazing your ribs. You don't just kill him, you flay his skin. His screams a symphony, blood pooling black. His servant, innocent, begs, eyes wide. You hack his neck, gore splattering your hands, warm as lies. Trust no one, you mutter, wiping blood on your sleeve. Shadows dance with treachery, and you clutch your katana, ears straining for whispers of death. At 25, Sekigahara in 1600 is your crucible. The battlefield's a slaughter pit. Blood rivers, heads rolling like stones. Teppo shots boom, tearing your ears. Ash chokes your lungs. You betray your last friend, burying his men in mud. Their gurgled screams clawing your soul. A surrendering ally kneels, pleading. Mercy's weakness, you snarl, and butcher them, blades hacking flesh to pulp, blood misting the air. You stand atop a corpse mound, flag high, Shogun to be. Victory reeks of death, and your soul's a cinder. Your mother's voice is gone, just wind howling your sins. At 26, the Emperor gifts you the title of Shogun.
Damn, beat it. If shoguns back then had phones, you think there would be ore farming? Like the photographer just be in the wood somewhere, and then once the battle's over, some guy's just posing on top of a bunch of corpses, and then his caption is, "Hey, just doing what it do." Damn, I don't be writing captions. Let me think of something. You would think I'm Bonnie Blue the way I caught all these bodies. You think I'm Bonnie Blue the way I caught all these bodies? Yep.
Hollow smile masking centuries of resentment. You're now Shogun, but Edo's castle festers with sewage and fear, walls dripping deceit. Daimyo bow, eyes glinting like daggers. You shackle them with 4 stays in Edo, draining their gold till their coffers bleed dry. A spy hisses a poison in your tea. You don't execute the cook, you disembowel him, his guts steaming on the floor, blood soaking your silk like ink. His screams echo as you watch, stomach churning. How many more plot your end? You pace your chambers, katana clutched. Every creak
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I get to a point. I'm gonna roll with like fear. I know, and how on TV shows like fear only builds resentment, but it's like if I'm over here trying to be nice, you feel me? I'm over here trying to move right, but the people around me are like snakes. It's over for it. I ain't gonna lie to you. If you even look at me the wrong way, heck up. Simple.
killer's step. Every sip a roll of dice. At 28, you crush rebels with fire and
Ooh,
ice.
that's tough.
You torch a village, flames devouring homes, flesh melting, whales drowned by crackling roofs. You ride through its ruins at 30, ashes swirling, bones snapping under hooves, the stench of charred death clogging your throat. You laugh at your younger self, telling your son, fools trust loyalty. His eyes, wide with fear, mirror yours. You forged a throne on terror, but paranoia is your true master, gnawing your mind like rats. At 32, your son's coded letters betray his plot to steal your throne. You order him.
Yeah. Oh man, it had to be. It's always your own child, isn't it? I ain't gonna lie about that. My kid, I'll give him a fair shot. I ain't gonna just, you know what I'm saying, carve an A into his chest. We'd have to do like an Agni Kai. Like, I'd be like Ozai for real. I'll tell my kid to Agni Kai. If he doesn't go along with it, I'm on source. I'm good. Yep, that's how I'm rolling.
Death, you wield the blade, his begging eyes, your eyes burning into your soul. His neck splits, blood gushing hot, his gasps fading into silence.
Happens.
Your wife's screams rips your gut like a spear, her curse a venom in your veins. That night, your mother's voice howls in the wind. Don't let them harden you. You roar at the shadows, heart a blackened husk, too far gone to care.
Fabrice, when you hope
5 Edo glitters with silk, but reeks of ash and lies. You crush a samurai plot, their heads impaled on spikes, eyes pecked by crows, flies droning like war drums. Your laws choke Japan, but every cuff feels like a death's claw. At 37, peasants storm your lands, torches blazing.
Alright. I may be too much of an ore farmer for my own good, but if they try that, I'm coming out with like 5 of my strong soldiers, swords in hand. And we're saying, I'm gonna draw a line and say anybody who wants to try me, cross this line and forfeit your life. Oh yeah.
Screams splitting the night. You trample them, hooves pulping skulls,
Yep.
blood painting your armor crimson, their curses sharper than blades. Each corpse you crush sprawls 10 more rebels, hate breeding like maggots. At 40, your body's rotting alive. Edda's fetid air poisons your lungs, hands trembling like dead leaves,
Damn.
skin gray as ash. You ride past that burned village's ruins, bones gleaming in moonlight, a ghost of your sins. Your mother's voice whispers, "What have you become?" You spit blood, ignoring her. Your empire's iron, but you're a walking corpse. Lords circling like vultures, smelling your decay. At 48, you mold your heir in a training hall stinking of sweat and dread. His sword trembling, brittle as his will. Your raw voice snarls. Weak kings feed worms, smashing his arm, bones grinding. His flinch hinting fear or treason. Daimyo lurk, eyes glinting like vultures, sensing your decay. Edo's toxic air sears your lungs, each breath a blade.
It's just one thing I wouldn't do. I'd make sure like everything's good for the people who like decide to follow me. You feel me? Like all this, like the air smelling bad and junk. Yeah, we're gonna take care of that for the show. Like that's the thing. I'll be a good king, but you feel me? If you try me, you only have 2 strikes. Try me once, dungeon. Or you find a way to get out. You find a way to get out of the dungeon. Just like that. Simple.
Joints creaking like rotting wood. Fear gnaws. Is your heir too weak to rule or plotting your end?
Doesn't
Your
matter.
mother's voice begs, don't break him, but you crush it. Mercy's a noose, and your rotting carcass won't swing. At 50, your empire's a mausoleum of memories. Your castle's a crypt, silence shrieking louder than war. Everyone's dead or despises you. Wife praying for your end, kids flinching at your breath. Nightmares claw at you. Your son's eyes, that burned village, your mother's voice. You could have been kind. Your hands shake, skin ashen, every cuff hacking up blood. You're Japan's god, but king of nothing but fear and emptiness. At 52, you're a corpse defying death. Your room reeks of medicine and rot, skin like soggy parchment, eyes sunk in pits. You rasp orders, but lords sneer. Your heir looms in the doorway, cold as frost, likely dreaming of your grave. Your mother's voice sighs one last.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm at this point, I'm gonna channel all my chakra into one last go at it. I don't care if it's a war, I don't care if it's my own people. I'm gonna just take as much drugs to keep me alive as possible and then just go berserk. Just jumping through like walls, telling all people who are being annoying, and then just kind of wait for them to beat me.
Last time, I told you to stay soft. You choke on a laugh, blood flecking your lips. Too late, you hag. You die at 53 in 1616, rotting in Edo's filth. A god dethroned by your own decaying flesh. Your empire crumbled in a generation. Your name, dust on the wind. You were a god, but gods die too. You clawed, killed, ruled. For what? Nothing.
Fun.
Was it worth it?
Yes. If other than the fact that the air was smelling bad, and we have just a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, heads for centerpieces or like furniture, being a daimyo doesn't seem that bad. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. But anyway, that's the end of this video.